barely covered by the black bikini bottom that haunts me in my most perverted fantasies. Yeah, so I've jacked off to thoughts of her late at night, early in the morning, sometimes in the shower. This is what happens when a healthy 21-year-old male is cooped up with his family for too long. He resorts to jerking himself off instead of gathering up the balls to go and talk to his temporary neighbor so he can get to know her. I've turned into the world's biggest weenie, I swear to God. I miss my friends. Shep and Tristan wouldn't stand for this. They tell me to man up, encourage me to go talk to her. Hell, they'd probably abduct me out of this hellhole and take me back home. This sterile mansion/summer house sure as hell isn't home. Like clockwork, I watch my girl take off her sunglasses and rise from the lounge chair. She reaches behind her, running her fingers beneath her bikini bottom, tucking the fabric as if she's trying to cover her ass completely, but it doesn't work. The bottom curve of her ass cheeks hang out, and my cock twitches at the sight. I'm starting to believe she was put on this earth just to torture me. She walks to the edge of the pool, her toes curling as she raises her arms above her head. It's like a little ritual she performs with her every pool break. She goes into position, pauses for a moment. Her chest rises as she takes a breath, drawing my attention to her full breasts, and then she jumps, executing a perfect dive into the pool. She barely makes a splash, and I watch with a dry mouth as she streaks beneath the crystal-clear water, popping up at the deep end as she slicks her hair back with both hands. Even from this distance, I know little drops of water cling to her thick eyelashes, and she blinks, licks her lips, and I stifle a groan. Fuck, she's gorgeous. I lean closer to the railing, the metal hot as I press my bare chest against it, and I let out an unexpected yelp when I come into contact with the scorching metal. The sound makes her whirl around, and I go completely still, praying she doesn't notice me, praying that she does. She slowly turns in a circle, treading water, her expression one of quiet alarm. I swallow hard and ease back, thankful she doesn't look up, wishing that she would look up, internally arguing with myself because I'm not 100% sure if I want her to see me or not. What if Sydney's right, and my neighbor does think I'm some sort of perv ogling her every chance I get? Because that's basically the truth, as ashamed as I am to admit it. I'm not one to ogle. I see a girl I like, I go talk to her, get to know her. Eventually, get in her panties. That's how I roll. It's how I've always rolled. There's no point in falling, no point in dating. Ultimately, I won't be able to choose the one I want, so why bother? She lifts her head and our gazes clash. I freeze in place as I stare into her dark brown eyes, the air stuck in my lungs, making it hard to breathe. The seconds tick by as we continue to watch each other, but they feel like minutes, hours. My skin tightens, my blood runs hot, and there's a dull roar in my ears. I'm fully prepared for her to glare, maybe even to yell and tell me to fuck off. But then she smiles, a sensual curve of full lips, a dimple appearing on the right side of her mouth just before she tosses her head and floats on her back, her feet kicking, her breasts rising above the water that gently laps at her skin. Fuck me. She is seriously the sexiest woman I've ever seen. Without thought, I stand, letting my gaze linger on her for one more minute before I leave the balcony and go claim what I want. Her.
Lucy. He's been staring at me for weeks. The pretty rich white boy has no shame. What with the way he's been openly spying on my afternoon swim sessions. For the last week, I've put on an extra show just for him. Lying out on the cushy lounge chair, wearing my skimpiest bikini, one I wouldn't dare wear out in public, but knowing